they really stretch it to the max. And again, like it's just like what got me through the show. I just want to look at certain stuff. Like I would just know what they're doing, and I just look away from the screen because I literally don't want that shit in my consciousness. And I would just wait till they're done. Yeah, and I would just wait till it's done, and then just go about my business. But the biggest reason why I wanted to watch the show, honestly, if they didn't bring Jensen back, I wouldn't have finished the show. But the fact that they brought him back, I was like, you know what? I want to finish the show because I want to know what they're going to do with this character, especially in terms of Homelander. You know what I mean? Because Homelander is technically his son on there, and then, and Jensen's character, his time, he was the strongest guy, but supposedly they insinuate that Homelander is the strongest guy, but their personalities is completely different. Like Soldier Boy is way more like, badass, hardcore. Can't nobody tell me shit. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna take mad drugs. I'm gonna have a lot of sex, and that's it. Homelander, he can fly. He got the super strength, and he got the laser eyes, but he's mad pussy though. Like he's bitchy, super insecure. You know what I mean? He wants the attention. He wants people to coddle him. Like literally, like on the first season, bro. On the first season, literally, he is literally sucking on a grown woman's breast to get breast milk. Like that's how much of like a turd this nigga character is on that joint. It's like crazy, and they show they continue to push it every single season. So it's like it gets interesting because from the first season all the way to the last season, you see him slipping more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? Just more and more situations where people are just like, you know what, like yo, you are just really a big ass baby with powers. Like you really are pathetic, and it's interesting. It's interesting. But the weird shit is not interesting. The weird shit be drawing. Like I told you, the nigga was beating niggas up with his meat. Like that's crazy. Like who wrote that? And the nigga was like really like literally swinging it around like a hose. And I'm like, huh? Like what are we doing? But teach his own. Teach his own. Hold on, Chad. We about to get to it. We back at it. We about to get the Marvel Roberts popping. I just want to welcome to the stream, man. This era that we in, I'm not surprised. Cause like now, like bro, when we was growing up, it like even in an R-rated movie, it's certain stuff they wouldn't show. Now, PG-13 is R. R is like X. You know what I mean? And just even TV shows, it's like TV shows niggas is beating cheeks. Like it's TV shows that I didn't seen, and they actually showed whole dicks on there. And I'm like, wow, they did not used to do that. Like they used to show titties and they show some ass, but now they just show everything. Like they just straight up show people butt ass naked fully. And I'm like, dang, like they didn't used to do that. That's crazy. Yeah. Like you would see some breast at best. Like you would know that they're naked, but like the way they would do it is just like you're not seeing like like bro. I remember what show was I watching? I was watching Westworld on HBO Max. The show about the elites had these androids. It was like a world that they built of androids that looked like real people, but they weren't, and they were programmed to do like certain like simulations and stuff like that. So these different like elites could like live whatever fantasies they want to live, and sometimes they would have like sex with the androids. They was showing like niggas butt ass nigga like niggas piece and balls and all that. I'm like, man, this cold world they ain't show this when we was growing up, nigga. You feel me? Shit is wild. And on the boys, it's even worse. Niggas, butt ass naked doing orgies, and they was super niggas but doing orgies too, bro. Like, so it's like it was even worse. Like I told you, the one Joe on the bull shrunk himself to run up the run in, bro. I ain't even gonna say it, cause I don't even want to put that image back in my head. I think it's the hypersexual culture that we live in, bro. Super super hypersexual. Like you know, me and you been talking about this for years. So it's like, yo, you feel me? But I would just think, I'm like, at what point do you niggas just like, yo, like maybe this is like too much? But I think there was a fan base that actually was like into it because it was like so crazy and they was pushing it to the max. I think that that's why the show picked up so many, like followers. Yeah, that's true. Me. Mm. Mm. So what is? Cause I heard this a lot. What is the actual whole context of that verse? Because I see stuff like this on social media all the time. I've been seeing this since 2020. What is the whole actual whole context though? Okay. Okay. Oh, quick match. Okay. All right, y'all. We probably gonna go with Punisher today. Punisher or Iron Man. Punisher or Iron Man. Yeah. Fuck, somebody got Punisher. Hmm. So real quick, like, cause I get what you're saying. So, like, what is your thoughts on? Cause like we know this we're gonna hear this in conversation a lot. Cause like we hear it a lot. Well, women have been doing this, and women are capable of doing this. So basically, like like another a counter argument could be, women have been leading. So that's not true that you know women can't lead, or if the man is this, then maybe he should, like, if he's so this and that, then he shouldn't have been deceived by a woman. Like, what is your thoughts on this? Because I be hearing this stuff a lot. To me, I think it's dumb, but yeah, I just want to get your thoughts, like, literally. So like when you said, like, because I remember I asked you the context of, like, what does that verse, like, what is that verse actually trying to say? In terms of why women shouldn't leave in the church foundation or whatever. And the context of that is supposed to be, well, it's because that women, or Eve was deceived by or tempted by the devil or the snake, or whatever the case may be, not man. So I'm saying, like, the time that we in now, like, women are, like, working, they're, making more money, and they're just doing a lot of stuff. And depending on what culture you in, most of the time the women are the ones with the kids. So I'm saying, like, what is your thoughts on the female, or the argument saying, like, well, women already have been leading, and look what have accomplished. So for you to say that women shouldn't lead, like, that don't make sense. Or is it just specific to the church foundation as to why women should not be the leaders? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that, Chad? Do y'all believe that? So we're talking about the Bible, and the verse in the Bible that's talking about how women should not lead, and like, we have some kind of arguments to that. So, like, what is your thoughts on that, of that Bible verse? Do you think it's appropriate? And essentially, what we're talking about right now is that the reason that women are able to lead and do the things that they do is because of patriarchy. Do you agree or disagree? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Did this nigga just meditate? Fuck. Mm. So what are your thoughts, Chad? So my friend is saying that he's saying that not all women, but some women have sacrificed, you know, financial success over family. What's your thoughts on that? Damn, that's a good point, man. Yo, how is this nigga, bro? This nigga just showed you can meet in the air, bro. How, dog? God dang, I'm listening, bro. And to me, I think that's the part that gets dangerous because it kind of gives me like this feeling that this is just uh one part of many arguments that causes conflict amongst people, and not conflict in a way where it's like it's gonna make things better. You know what I mean? And it's like to me, it's like yo, man, woman, whatever. Unless it like for me, it's some common things that's going on. Unless you like got like a lot of bread, like most people are like living paycheck to paycheck, and if they're not, they have to work 2 to 3 jobs just to stay afloat. We know that's real. You know what I'm saying? Between all the other crap, you know what I mean, Epstein files and people doing all this the weird. It's just so much like weird and bad stuff going on. To me, I don't be understanding like what are we really arguing about this for and trying to prove this lane of thought right or wrong instead of figuring out like you know what, it's some things that like are common. We know that stuff is just getting extremely rough financially. You know, more and more rights is being taken away. You know what I mean? It's just so many things. Like to me, I just feel like people should be coming together and trying to figure out like a solution to where everybody's going to like be in a better position. And so I just be like struggling like with these dumbass arguments. Like this shit started in 2020, bro. And to me, I think the dangerous part is the fact that people been able to build platforms and monetize and get bread off these conversations. That's why I think it kind of don't stop. Now I do think some of the conversations was important. Now people want to disagree with me. I do think Kevin Samuels was necessary. I don't. I'm not saying that his approach was the best, but then at the same time, I do think his approach. I do think his approach was necessary, and the reason why I'm saying that is because to me, when I watch, because I watch his stuff like the whole shit. And, you know, sometimes that nigga would stream for like 3 hours. I won't watch the whole thing all the time, but the reason I watch some of his like streams or shows the whole way through, because I really wanted to know what he was saying outside of like clip videos. And what he was saying was he's not saying that all women are terrible and all women are this and that. And you know what I mean? What he was saying is that the mindset of modern women shitting on good guys just because they not are fitting a certain criteria is the problem. So it's like, what is wrong with a regular woman dating a regular guy, dating a plumber or electrician or HVAC guy? Like, why does every single woman, not every single woman, but the woman he's talking about, want to date a guy that's essentially a Tony Stark, like a billionaire, rich boy, you know what I mean? Rich boy, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know. It's a little weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. What the fuck? Fuck. Yeah. Facts. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Facts. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why though. What was this shift? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like women have so much to offer, right? In good ways. And I'm not talking about when it, like their body and stuff like that. They bring so many good things to the table. But I'm also trying to figure out why, when we look back in biblical times, like which was literally thousands of years ago, was that so honed on, and that one pivotal moment where Eve was deceived by the snake and tempted Adam. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to understand because like when we talk about like the traits that they had, like the compassion, like the grace, the nurturing, like those are all great qualities. So I'm just trying to figure out like you get what I'm trying to say? What was going on like with Eve that she was tapped in with the snake, you know what I'm saying? But not Adam though. It bothers me because I kind of see that common trait just from my own personal experience, like talking to females. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with females. It's always this like, oh yeah, but what about this? And what about that? What about this? And what about that? What about this? And what about that? And it's like, and I hear a lot about intuition, but sometimes like a lot, at least from my personal experience, I'm not gonna speak to nobody else. A lot of times when I hear this stuff, it's coming from the influence of something else, and that influence was designed or created by somebody else. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like for me, I'll give you a perfect example. I'm in the crib, chilling with the kids. You know, the female I'm with says a, a commercial comes on about going on vacation, right? Commercial go off. Oh hey, why we go on vacation? And I'm like, but why do you just say that though? Huh? I don't know. I'm like, fuck you mean you don't know? It was a good, you know what I mean? It was a damn commercial that just came on TV about going on vacation. I'm like, how do you don't see that? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, it's like to me, it be seem like certain like media and programming is specifically designed for for both of us, like for males and females, to react and respond a certain type of way. Now, granted, it's not our fault that somebody created the content, but I'm saying like I do think it's our responsibility like to be aware, like yo, this content was created to try to alter my mindset on how I should do things. You know what I mean? Like just like if I was to watch what's that shit called? I ain't gonna say their names, but you know what I'm talking about. Like the two boys, they would like always like be on they podcast or whatever, and they just like grab some young Jones. You know what I'm saying? They clearly are not aware at that point in life. Grind them up and tell them how they pretty much ain't shit, but then in reality, they still clapping their cheeks behind the scenes and so. You know what I mean? Like it be stuff like that that I also be trying to like consider. You feel me? Um, I don't know. My fault for the rant, bro. Okay. Deception plays a part of the emotion. You said say it again. deception plays into your emotion. Okay. Mm. Mm. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. Change my class. This is some bullshit. All the time, bro. All the time. So, like, can we say that right quick? When we talking about like the type of women that deceive and manipulate it, like that's more so of what where I'm at with it. Like, because I'm just trying to figure out like what are they tapping into where it seems like they're more susceptible to doing those type of things. Like us, but you know, as males, like if you see something, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna be surprised of like guys spaz the fuck out and just start fighting and shit. You know what I'm saying? And start like kicking ass or start doing some jackass stuff, right? But it's like when it comes to like deception and manipulation, at least in that aspect, I'm just trying to figure out like what is it about the female aspect that they're tapping more into that, and what is it about us that we're more susceptible to like being so goddamn violent so quick. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being reverse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like instead of being violent, you know, being more um, mediating, you know, like trying to de-escalate stuff. The female, not manipulation, but you know, like integration. You know, like trying to figure out, you know, how to make the situation better. Not worrying about benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like worry about morals and integrity. Like it's like what's going on, dog? Like I don't know. Hmm, I'm tripping. Pride, greed, and lust. that's what I like. That's the point that I'll be trying to figure out. Cause I'm like, I'm just like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know if it's like like cultural and social norms that's been going on for a long time. Cause like I know like to me, I feel like this is my personal opinion that what it means to be a man is changing. And the reason why I'm saying it is because you know that protect and provide aspect is like only it's cool, but it's only but so much. It's only going to get you but so far. You know what I mean? Protect and provide mindset is not going to like put you in a space where you're going to be like emotionally available for your children or for your wife or for anybody. So that would mean it's more of you that is required to perform, just like how like women have you know evolved or whatever the fuck the case may be to be in a situation where they can be more logical. You know what I mean? So it's just like I just be struggling having these conversations because to me, I don't feel like the world in modern time has spent enough time to facilitating what it means to be a male and them being accepted in this world that we're in a healthy way. I don't think that that has been done because it's always performance based for us, and we see time and time again that's not necessarily like healthy for us in the long run because we isolate ourselves. We will constantly be judgmental on self. You know what I'm saying? Like we will always like kind of basically like we'll just be on some fortress of solitude type shit. But bro, like from your own personal experience, it's not that we don't feel shit. We're internal though. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't. No, actually, we are internal and external, but we do it in different ways. You know what I mean? So it's like whether a guy is like being a jackass out on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be the strong guy in the gym, trying to be the guy who's the knockout artist in sparring when it's supposed to be tech sparring. It's gonna come out in different ways. Just like on a female, she may express herself like good or bad in a different way. I just kind of feel like the modern world, has been more acceptive of the female dynamic on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like it kind of like driven the male, driven us out. So like it puts us in this weird space like we don't know where to fit in. You know what I mean? Especially like the average guy. So it like that type of shit just like it be bothering me, because I got boys, so I just be trying to figure out like, how I can coach them up. So I'm like, damn, I'm looking at all these moms on social media and shit. I'm like, damn, like this gonna be the dating pool for my boys. I'm like, yo, I got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? And it's like you know, and again, I'm not against women stepping the game up, but anybody, men or women, like this culture of just like being like kind of like drawing, I'm not okay with it. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. So I just be trying to figure out like what happened, like what was the shift, man? Damn, I really feel like social media just. Go ahead. All right. Facts. I agree with you. Facts. right? I know, right? Yo, listen. Niggas open up portals and shit, dog. Oh man. Oh shit. Mm, that's some scary shit, bro. Chat, have you ever had the experience? Have you had the experience when y'all in the crib and y'all just feel something weird? And y'all get some shadow, some shit in y'all crib? Some scary shit. Mm-hmm. That's some scary shit, bruh. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yep. That's a couple hours before niggas pulled the plug, man. Shit was crazy. Yeah. Nah, real shit though. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. That's where it get tricky, dog. Mm. No, that's real. So what do you do when you feel overwhelmed though about feeling all that stuff? Mm. Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. Fuck. y'all. We gotta get out of here.